thought the fog was hiding the road. It took me another 20 minutes to realize it was hiding something that had been watching me the entire time. I've been a long-haul trucker for 22 years. Done runs from Bakersfield to Bangor, Tulsa to Tampa. I've driven through ice storms, flash floods, blown tires at 70 miles an hour on empty interstate. I'm not a man who scares easy. I say that not to sound tough. I say it so you understand the weight of what I'm about to tell you. This happened 3 years ago, on a Thursday night in late October, somewhere on rural Route 9 between Garrison and Millhaven, Kentucky. Small towns, the kind where the gas station closes at 8, and the only thing open past midnight is the sky. My load was roofing supplies, scheduled delivery by 6 the next morning. I had my thermos of black coffee, a country station on the AM dial, and about 4 hours of road ahead of me. Nothing unusual, just another night on the job. The fog started around 11:15. At first it was light, low wisps rolling in from the creek beds on either side of the road. I've seen that 1,000 times, but within 10 minutes, it was like someone had poured milk over the world. Thick, dense, the kind of fog that doesn't just reduce visibility, it erases it. My headlights weren't cutting through so much as bouncing back at me, turning everything a flat, featureless white. I slowed to about 20 miles an hour and leaned forward in my seat. That's when things started to go wrong. The first road sign I passed made no sense. I know Route 9, I've driven it a dozen times, but the green mileage marker I passed said Millhaven, 34 miles. That couldn't be right. I'd been driving for nearly 40 minutes since the turnoff. Millhaven should have been 8 miles at most. I figured the sign was old, maybe vandalized, numbers rusted wrong. I kept driving. My GPS, a unit I've had for 6 years, never failed me. Flickered once and went dark. Not a freeze, not a signal loss. It just shut off. Screen black. I tapped it, held the button. Nothing. I still wasn't scared yet. Annoyed, a little uneasy maybe, but not scared. Then I passed the same dead oak tree for the second time. I know how that sounds, but I'm telling you, I recognize that tree. Split right down the middle by lightning at some point. The two halves leaning away from each other like they were trying to escape something between them. I'd noticed it maybe 5 minutes earlier on my left side. Now it was on my left side again. I stopped the truck, sat there with the engine idling, the fog pressing up against every window like it was curious what was inside. I had not turned around. I had not made any turns. There were no turns to make on that stretch of road. I put the truck in reverse and backed up slowly, just to confirm the road was still behind me. It was. I pulled forward again, drove for 2 minutes, same tree. That's when I heard the footsteps, slow, deliberate, coming from the right shoulder, keeping pace with the truck even though I was rolling at 15 miles an hour. The sound was wrong for the road, not gravel crunching, not pavement slapping, more like someone walking through deep grass. Swish, 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 just outside my passenger window. I reached over and locked the door without thinking. The footsteps stopped the exact moment I hit the lock. Silence. Then, from somewhere deeper in the fog, not close, maybe 50 feet off the road, I heard a voice say my name. Not my CB handle, not my last name, my first name. The one my mother used when she was serious about something. Gerald. I hit the gas. I don't remember making the decision. My foot just moved. The truck lurched forward and I was doing 40 in the fog, which is insane, which is genuinely dangerous. But I was not thinking about safety anymore. I was thinking about getting away. I drove maybe a quarter mile before I saw the shapes on the road ahead. I braked hard and came to a stop 10 feet from them. 3 vehicles, parked at odd angles across both lanes like they'd simply coasted to a stop and been left. An old Ford pickup, rust-eaten and sitting low on flat tires. A station wagon, the kind from the 80s with the fake wood paneling on the sides. And a state police cruiser, white and blue, a design I didn't recognize. Older than anything I'd seen in service. All three had their doors open, not ajar. Open, like whoever was inside had stepped out in a hurry and never came back. I sat in my cab with the engine on and every light blazing, staring at those three vehicles. The fog moved around them strangely, swirling in slow patterns that didn't match the wind. Because there was no wind, it was completely still. And then I noticed the whispers. Not one voice, several, coming from inside the mist around those cars. Too low to make out words, but rhythmic, almost like something reciting. I will not pretend I was brave. I was gripping that steering wheel so hard my knuckles had gone white and my coffee had gone cold. I was breathing like a man who'd just run a mile. I tried the CB, static. My cell phone showed full bars, but every call dropped before it connected. I was alone. I was in a loop. And whatever had been keeping pace with my truck knew my name. I decided to drive through the abandoned vehicles. There was enough shoulder on the right side, barely. I edged over, wheels half in the grass, and crept past the station wagon. As I cleared the cruiser, I looked in my driver's side mirror. There was a figure standing between the vehicles, right in the middle of the road where I'd just been. Tall, perfectly still. The fog was everywhere, but it wasn't touching this figure. There was a clean circle of clear air around it, like the mist was keeping its distance. It was looking at me. I don't know how I knew that. Its face was too far away, too obscured, but I felt it the way you feel someone staring at the back of your neck in a crowded room. That absolute animal certainty, not waving, not reaching, just raising it, slow and deliberate, like a greeting or a reminder. I have been here. I will be here. I floored it. The fog thinned out fast after that, faster than made any sense, like a curtain dropping. Within a mile, the road was clear. My GPS blinked back on. The AM station came back in mid-song. The world returned to itself, calm and normal and indifferent, the way the world always is after it has scared you badly. I made my delivery at 5:47 the next morning. I didn't sleep for 2 days after. I've told this story to 3 people, my wife, my brother, and a man in an online forum for truck drivers who share unexplained experiences on the road. That last man sent me a reply I still think about. He said Route 9 between Garrison and Millhaven was rerouted in 1987. The old stretch, the one I'd apparently been driving, had been closed after 3 separate incidents of drivers reporting the same looping road, the same abandoned vehicles, the same figure in the fog. He said the state never officially explained it. They just quietly redirected traffic and let the old road grow over. I looked it up. The rerouting is real. The incidents are vague public record, buried in county archives from the 80s. 3 drivers, 3 nights, 3 Octobers. I haven't driven Route 9 since. But last month, a Tuesday, late November, fog coming in off the yard. I was lying in bed and I heard something outside my bedroom window. Low, rhythmic, almost like something reciting. It said my name. If you've ever driven through a fog so thick it felt alive, maybe you understand why I never take that road anymore.